Hello and welcome to Cousins Gymnasium here for this 2020 Valentine's Day special live here on JumboCast. It's NESCAC basketball, the #1 Tufts University Jumbos hosting the Middlebury College Panthers. I'm Lucas Pyle, joined alongside me, Daniel Mahoney. Daniel, Tufts the best team in the nation right now, and they just can't seem to stop winning. They are winning and winning, while Middlebury coming to this game on a 7-game losing streak. Will it be business as usual for Tufts, or will David truly beat Goliath in tonight's matchup? And what else are you looking forward to in this game?
Yeah, well, any NESCAC team can beat any other one, so it's certainly, you can't get complacent here as Tufts. This is a classic trap game. Middlebury, with their key players, including 2 seniors, Maya Davis and Kira Waldman, as well as junior Betsy Knox, have each been scoring over 10 points a game so far this season. And so they certainly have the ability, and we'll see what they can do against this great Tufts team.
Well, right now, announcing the lineups. As they're announcing the Tufts lineup, of course, this has been the starting 5 throughout the entire season. Kaylin Harrington starting. She's had a fantastic season, the number 10. Molly Ryan, the sophomore guard. Sadie Otley, another senior guard for the Jumbos. Emily Briggs, the junior forward. And then, of course, Erica DiCandido, who just scored her 1,000th point for the Jumbos. They were honoring her before the game with another Tufts legend, Jack Knapp, as well in the building. So it should be a fantastic game. Tufts coming off a big win against Conn College in their last game, 78-59, while Middlebury losing their last game, 84-70 against Wesleyan.
Yeah, DiCandido has been a force this entire season. She's averaging 15 points a game, as well as 8 rebounds a game. And what has been the key to Tufts so far this season has just been to get her the ball, and she will make points happen.
Right now, the starting 5 for the Panthers. Rika McDonald, the first-year guard. Got Maya Davis, as you were talking about, Lily Kuntz, Kira Waldman, and Betsy Knox out there on the court for the Panthers. The Panthers, who haven't beaten the Jumbos since 2006. The last time they won in Cousins Gymnasium, 2005. So it would be a huge result for the Panthers, who have struggled in NESCAC play, only 1-7. Of course, as I said before, losing their last 7. Tip-off moments away. Cousins Gymnasium. It'll be DiCandido up against Kuntz for the tip. And Ryan collects, and the Jumbos will start with the basketball. Here's Briggs. Harrington. Back to Emily Briggs. DiCandido swings it to Ryan, puts up a shot, short, and collected. And here come the Panthers with Waldman. McDonald. Open look for 3, can't get her to go, and rebounded by Molly Ryan. Otley finds Molly Ryan, swings it. DiCandido just seemed to lose her concentration a bit, but here's Harrington. Neither side with a clean offensive start, but there's Briggs for 3, in and out, and collected by Knox.
Yeah, both teams looking for the long shot early in this game, but, those are the low percentage shots, especially when you just want to get on the board early in the game. You're looking to work down in the paint, see what happens.
Swung here to Claire Miller. Apologies, she's starting in the game ahead of Maya Davis. Down low to Knox, puts one up, and the first points go to the Panthers, 2-0. Otley kicks it ahead to Harrington. Molly Ryan. Good screen by DiCandido. Looks to return on the pick and roll. DiCandido, the jumper, can't get her to go. And rebounded by the Panthers, and here goes Waldman with it. Knox collects and can't lay it in. She wanted a foul. Nothing given. Otley pushing for the Jumbos. Still looking for their first points of the game as Briggs puts one up. Can't get her to go. DiCandido, the offensive rebound. Back again to Briggs. Not afraid to drive. Loses it. And it's Panther basketball. And so far, the Middlebury Panthers started this game well.
Yeah, looked a little sloppy here from the Jumbos. There was that first errant pass that nearly was a turnover, and now just lost the ball there from Briggs.
Allman bringing up the court. There's Kuntz, and now Miller. Knox Bad pass. And it's turned over. Otley kicks it ahead to Briggs. Briggs to Harrington. Briggs. She tried 1-3 before, didn't make it. Oh, clattered there. She was going up for the shot, and she will go to the line shooting 2.
Yeah, and you saw at the beginning of that possession, Tufts loves to work in transition. The long pass there from Ryan up to Briggs, and you'll definitely look to see that a lot more later in this game.
Briggs going to the line. She makes her first free throw, getting the Jumbos their first points of the game. She's averaging about 12 points a game so far this season. And she and DeCandido have been fantastic for the Jumbos offensively. Down low, she makes her second free throw, and it's 2-2.
Yep, she's shooting 75% from the free throw line so far this season, and 2 for 2 here tonight.
Waldman doing that classic Middlebury play with 2 screeners at the top of the key. Kuntz sets the screen. Waldman, nice spin, kicks it. Open, look for 3, and that's good. Lily Kuntz extending the range, and it's 5-2 for the Panthers.
Yeah, Kuntz just shooting 20% from 3 from the season, but gets that one to go on an open look.
Nice block by McDonald. Closing down the angle there for Molly Ryan. And Jumbo's just struggling a bit offensively to find good rhythm, find good looks.
Yeah, it's been good defense from the Panthers on the other end.
One tip. Here's DeCandido. DeCandido kicks it. Harrington, pump fake. She'll look for 2 and gets it to go. Kaylin Harrington.
Yeah, great pump fake. You'll take looking just for space, even though it's a long 2. It's the low percentage shot in theory, but whatever you can get to go, you'll take.
Knox pulling up for the jumper, and she gets it to go. The away fans certainly like that one, and they're back to a 3-point lead. Otley showing the thumbs down for the play for the Jumbos. Here's Ryan. DeCandido down low. Looking for a pass. Swing it here to Otley. Otley just seemed to almost lose her dribble there, and they'll have to start again. The Jumbos with 10 on the shot clock. Middlebury have started this game well. Otley. 5 on the shot clock. Struggling for a look. DeCandido, they're going to have to put one up. Can't get it. And that's a shot clock violation. Middlebury defending superbly well.
Yeah, I mean, that's been great defense there. I mean, twice the defense made Sadie Otley bobble the ball, and then just the triple team on DeCandido down in the paint made it impossible for them to get the shot off on time.
And Tufts calling a 30-second timeout here. It's still, of course, a close game at 7-4, but you know, we're expecting Tufts, the #1 team in the nation, undefeated, to sort of impose themselves on this game. But right now, Middlebury, a strong showing in these opening 4 minutes.
Yeah, and Middlebury, really their defense has stood out, and Tufts has had an interesting season. I mean, they are scoring 73 points a game, but you know, you'll see some of these low-scoring games where their game against Amherst, of course, is always a defensive showdown. They only scored 48 points in that game. There's another game against Colby. They only scored about 53. So, you know, these defensive battles, we'll see what they can do to put up points.
Right now,
I don't know.
Middlebury with the ball to bring the game back into play. Waldman. And she's called for the travel there. Good defending by Molly Ryan.
Yeah, good job by Molly Ryan. Came over with the help in the double team. Middlebury was just not ready for it and coerced the travel.
Otley bringing it up the court. Sophia Rosa into the game for the Jumbos, while Davis in for the Panthers as DeCandido knocks down the jumper. DeCandido's first points of the evening at 7-6. On to Miller. Kuntz wants it down low. Said here's McDonald. Davis down low. Can't get the finish, and it will be Jumbo's basketball. Waldman wanted it for the Panthers.
Yeah, good effort there from Waldman. Almost got the offensive rebound, but just couldn't hold on.
Otley. She'll try a 3 very early in the shot clock. Do you like that look?
I'm not sure if you're looking to take those shots. I mean, it's the first quarter. You're really just trying to play your game, use up time, find space. But
here's McDonald. Davis. Harrington nearly stripped it. Down low again. And she was fouled there by Sophia Rosa. She was trying to put one up. I believe it won't be a shooting foul. It'll be down low on the baseline. As Molly Ryan coming out of the game, and Point Dexter McCann in for the Jumbos and in for the Panthers. Knox returning, and she replaces Lily Kuntz. So here's Waldman. McDonald. Knox looking to set a screen. Allman. Davis wants it down low up against Rosa. She tries to put one up, can't get her to go.
Great defense there by Rosa. She's showed time and time again throughout the season her defensive prowess.
Otley settling things down. She'll look to drive and lays it in. Nice play from the Vermonter Sadie Otley. And it's 8-7 Tufts with their first lead of the game.
Yeah, great move from her there. She doesn't always take as many shots as some of the other starters, but she saw a lane there and took it.
McDonald trying a three. Can't get her to go. Rebound Panthers with Waldman. And she puts one up herself and gets it to go. Great play from the number 30 for the Middlebury Panthers.
Yeah, that's great. Physical, got the offensive rebound and fought through the double team to make it to the basket.
Harrington finds DiCandido, has room to shoot, and gets it to go. Erica DiCandido, she will make those if you give her the space.
Oh, yeah.
Donald, Davis. Knox trying to go right back at DiCandido, and she does. So both sides trading some baskets here. 10-11 in favor of the Panthers.
Yeah, Knox has looked good. Already 6 points.
DiCandido gets it to Harrington. Right next to McCann. She'll try a three. Can't get her to go.
Yeah, Point Dexter McCann notably last week had a great game. Shot 5 for 7 from 3, I believe it was. She's shooting 40% from 3 on the year.
Nice pass to McDonald. Got him behind Otley and scores. Lead back up to 3 for the Panthers.
Yeah, that's all Waldman there. Great sight to see the pass and cut there.
Briggs and Ryan about to check in as Harrington tries the three. Can't get her to go. Tufts struggling from beyond the arc, but a foul called, I believe, on Maya Davis. So Tufts will keep the ball. As Waldman checks out, she's had a good start to the game, the number 30 for the Panthers.
Yeah. Yeah, already has 2 points, but has also done well defensively and got the nice pass on the assist on the last play.
And the first year, Cameron U. Mack in for the Panthers. DiCandido. Ryan, 10 on the shot clock. Next to McCann, thought about the three, and said finds Rosa. She'll try one and gets it to go. Sophia Rosa with her first points of the game, and it's 12-13.
Yeah, Rosa is shooting incredibly well so far this season. Even from those mid-range shots, she still makes them.
Can they swing it? No, they can't. I'll come back to Knox. Davis wants it down low against Rosa. Nice double team by Ryan, and she's able to deflect the pass out of play. As Kuntz returns and she replaces Claire Miller.
Yeah, that's a couple times. It's the second time now that Ryan has done that, where she knows when to come over and help. And another great defensive play. It'll still stay out of bounds in Middlebury ball.
Kuntz. Oh, and that was a really risky pass. Here's Knox. Trying one down low, and it's another turnover for the Panthers.
Yeah, great defense there all around from Tufts. 3 times tipped passes, and then finally gets that pass to go out of bounds and get the turnover.
Be Molly Ryan bringing the ball up the court for the Jumbos. Briggs. DiCandido wants it down low. Instead, kick to Rosa. Right next to McCann. Swings it to DiCandido. Trying to look for Briggs. Turnover. Good defense by Knox. McDonald pushing forward. Will she look for a pass? Instead, Picks up the dribble. Now here's Coons. UMac. Nice play. Knox, an open look. And she gets it to go. And Middlebury back up by 3 at 15-12 with 1:18 remaining in the first quarter.
Yeah, great job there. Knox is now 4 for 5 with 8 points, leading the entire game.
Candido. Ryan coming off the screen. Instead, she looks for Briggs. Briggs pulls up and responds with a jumper of her own. 15-14 going into the final minute.
That's a tough shot from Briggs and really big to knock it down and make it just a 1-point game.
Sumac. Closed down by DeCandido. Gets it to Kuntz. Down low to Davis. And she's called for the travel. So while Middlebury have been on top, they have had a couple turnovers in some of their offensive possessions.
Yeah, that's, I believe, their third turnover so far just in this quarter. And it's really another good defensive stop there.
Ryan bringing it up the court as they won't be able to do a 2-for-1 here. Sophia Rosa. Rosa going to work, and she lost it. Good defense by Middlebury. McDonald pushing forward. She finds Knox, who just couldn't get it to go. Really unlucky for the Panthers. But here's Ryan as she'll settle it down for one final shot. A chance to maybe take the lead going into the second quarter. Molly Ryan, she'll pull up for 3. Short again, rebound. And it's called a jump ball, and it will be Panthers basketball.
Yeah, an interesting shot choice. Still 8 seconds left on the clock, but I mean, Molly Ryan has shot well from the 3, so we'll take those shots. Now with just 4 seconds left, Panthers trying to get a last second.
Knox puts one up, and I believe the whistle been called before. A little confusing there, but it seems to be the first quarter is over, but Middlebury on top, 15-14, and they've been playing some great basketball.
Yeah, it's a low-scoring affair, just 15 points. Leading after the first quarter. The defense has been great, and the offense, 8 points from Betsy Knox, leading the team. Scored half of her team's points so far.
You can see for the Jumbos, 4 for DeCandido, 4 for Briggs. But Middlebury, in their last game against Wesleyan, it was the first half in which they struggled. They were behind by 15 going into the half. And it was the second half in which they turned things around. Actually won the second half in that game, but still ended up losing by 14. But they've responded here by starting the game well. And Tufts last weekend had a bit of struggles in the first half, and we're seeing that again tonight.
Yeah, it comes down to shooting, I think. I mean, Tufts has shot very well overall in this season, but at times it has been a bit lacking so far. Just 40% from the field, and importantly, 0 of 6 from three-point range. The other interesting thing that I would like to point out is just Middlebury has started a large number of players. They've had 13 different starters over the course of the season, and you saw today as Davis, who started most of their games and one of the leaders of the team, didn't start today, but has still come into the game, and they all contribute.
And it seems like the right decision so far from Coach KJ Krasko as the Jumbos start this second quarter with their starting 5. Nice pass to Otley. It squeaks through to Ryan, returns it to Otley. Finds Briggs. Briggs. Otley an open look for 3, but the foul called. And once again, some good defense from Middlebury.
Yep, drawing the offensive foul and gets the turnover. First foul of the day for Briggs.
So here come the Panthers with, let's see, Knox. And here's Kuntz, Waldman. New player out there for them, and Michaela Sullivan as she pulls up. Can't get her to go. Waldman, another offensive rebound for her. She's closed down. Knox will try a jumper. She can't get that one to go, and Molly Ryan with a defensive rebound and pushing it forward for the Jumbos. Finds Briggs open. And Briggs fouled by Sullivan.
Yep, and that's the pressure that Tufts puts on in transition, forcing defenses to get back, and sometimes they end up fouling, just aren't set quite quickly enough.
Here's Harrington. DeCandido. DeCandido going to work. Just can't get her to go. Harrington picks up the offensive rebound. And she finds Otley. Jumbos will get another chance with an offensive possession. Briggs, she'll try three. That one well off the mark. Yet to hit one from downtown, the Jumbos. As Waldman brings it forward. Here's Knox. Kuntz looking down low. Good defense by Briggs. Briggs coming out. Rosa back in as Knox coming out for the Panthers. And Claire Miller returning to the court. Waldman down low, turns Harrington, puts one up and lays it in. Claire Waldman there with some good play. And it's 17-14 in favor of the away side.
Yeah, Waldman has had a good game down low. Already has 4 rebounds on the day, and there she adds 2 points.
And good defense again as they tried to thread the knee there, Jumbos, and that pass just didn't seem like the right one. Down low to Sullivan. UMac. That one finds its way to Waldman. She'll try three. Can't connect. Rebounded by Kayla Harrington. Harrington. Otley. Finds DeCandido. Open look. Gets it to go. And Tufts within one.
Yeah, and continuing to work the transition offense. Nearly a great steal from DeCandido on the other end. But the offense was just moving too quickly. Everyone for the Panthers defense was in the paint, leaving DeCandido wide open.
Nice drive, kicked out. Kuntz, she'll try one and connects. 3-point lead restored for the Panthers. Every time the Jumbos try to chip away at this lead, the Panthers respond. Ryan. And DeCandido. Oh, got Kuntz in the air, but a great defense by Waldman, but she stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, still great block there. She saw it coming and stepped up to prevent the layup. Couldn't quite get the defensive rebound as she was out of bounds when she touched it, but still a great defensive job there.
Bailing out Lily Kuntz, who is jumping for joy there a little bit, but will be Tufts basketball. Ryan finds Otley, who lays it in and one, and she'll be trying to get 3 points the old-fashioned way.
Oh, yeah. That's a great design play. Panthers, and Waldman accepts credit. She just wasn't ready for it.
Otley, and it was a bit strong. So Middlebury keep their lead. But Tufts seem to be very good at those inbound plays. We saw a couple of them last week with passes to Briggs. That one designed for Otley. So here's McDonald. Turns it to Sullivan. She'll try a three. Can't get her to go. DeCandido on the second attempt corrals the rebound and pushes forward. DeCandido, coast to coast, finds Rosa. In and out. And rebounded by Kuntz, but she loses it. And it's Tufts basketball.
Yeah, Ryan just pressure there off the rebound and gets the ball, I think, just slipped out of the hands as it rolls out of bounds and goes for a turnover.
Ryan to inbound, and she finds DeCandido. Ryan. Plenty of time to set up a play here. Harrington. Harrington, and she's out of bounds. And it's Middlebury basketball.
Yeah, that's defense there from Claire Miller, forcing Harrington into some tough. There wasn't really any room on the baseline, and she ended up dribbling it out of bounds.
Here's Davis. She's returned to the game for the Panthers. And it's given away. 2-on-1 opportunity here for the Jumbos. DeCandido, who's a little behind Ryan. Can't get her to go. Otley gets the rebound. But it will be Middlebury basketball on the jump ball. Wasted opportunity for the Jumbos.
Yeah, just miscommunication on the offensive end between, I believe it was Davis and Waldman. But then the 2-on-1, I think the pass to Ryan was just a little bit late. She put it up. She didn't really have time to put it up and couldn't quite get it to go.
Good defense again there. This time, Kaylin Harrington. That's sort of been the story for the Jumbos. They've had defended well.
Yeah.
But then on the offensive end, it's just not been smooth enough.
Yep.
And that's foul called there on Harrington. But Middlebury continuing to impress here midway through the second quarter. Waldman driving forward. Good defense by Kaylin Harrington. Otley then pressure, but she gets out of trouble. Otley finds Ryan. Ryan. Sophia Rosa gets it to go, and Tufts. Feels like it's been a while, but they have the lead again.
Yeah, I believe that's the first lead of the game. I think it was tied a couple times, but now Jumbo's taking a 1-point lead here.
20-19 with 5:30 left in the half. Wild shot, can't get her to go. Rebound by Davis, was stripped out of her hand, and Ryan brings it forward for the Jumbos. DiCandido wants it. DiCandido will get it, and oh, just went in and out. Rosa. DiCandido, and it will be another jump ball and Tufts basketball.
Yeah, very physical play, and now looks like a Middlebury player is on the ground. Hopefully she is okay.
Yeah, unsure of who it is at the moment. I believe it's Claire Miller who's down. At the moment, she'll have to come off. We'll see if she will be able to return. Middlebury fans weren't too happy about something that happened in there, but...
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of contact, and a few times the refs have swallowed the whistle, just haven't called anything, and there certainly some fans want something, but I think they've consistently held off.
Otley needs to inbound, and she does, finds DiCandido. 10 on the shot clock. Down low to Rosa. And another jump ball call. That's the third one in the past 90 seconds. Pace not too happy about that call. She wanted a foul, nothing given, and Panthers have a chance to regain their lead midway through the second quarter. Davis kicks it out. Umack for three. Can't get her to go. Both sides struggling for three. That's a poor giveaway by Sophia Rosa. Middlebury back with it. Good defense by Rosa trying to make amends for that mistake. And then Otley called with a foul. She's not too happy. So both sides have just been a bit too inconsistent in their offensive play.
Yeah, and that turnover there off the rebound from Tufts, that was a 7th turnover so far this evening. But really, we'll see if the Panthers can capitalize. They only have 2 points off those 7 turnovers. So certainly they're looking for something better here.
Down low to Knox. Double team by DiCandido and Harrington. She tries to put one up. Always going to be difficult. Probably should have looked for a teammate. So here's Harrington. Nice behind the back. Harrington gets through 2 players and then was taken out there. I believe it was by Umack. Good skill there by Kaylin Harrington.
Yeah, just weaved her way all the way into the paint and got the foul. I think even without the foul, she managed to kick the ball out, so great job all around.
Briggs back into the game for the Jumbos. So here's Harrington. Finds Otley, then Briggs. Briggs to Poindexter McCann. Harrington for three. Tres puntos, first of the night for the Jumbos. And the biggest lead of the game so far at 4 points.
Yeah, it took some time, but finally that shot goes in for Kaylin Harrington.
Waldman looking to respond with a three of her own, and she connects. Back to a 1-point ball game.
And perfect response there. Waldman now with 7 points. And we've mentioned her name a few times on the defensive end as well. She has 4 rebounds on top of it.
Well, it's 23-22. Tufts finally have the lead with 3:51 left here in the second quarter, but they're really having to work for it. Middlebury giving them a hell of a fight. And Danny, what are Middlebury doing so far that maybe they haven't been doing in previous games, but are doing here against the best team in the nation?
Yeah, well, I think it really just comes down to the defensive end. They forced a lot of turnovers. They've had a lot of just stops. They've tipped some passes and got a couple jump balls. On top of that, in total rebounds, they have 12 rebounds, but 2 offensive rebounds, which I think has really been important so far. And, you know, that response with the 3 from Waldman is very important because once Tufts starts hitting their shots, you can't let them get away. And the response keeps it a 1-point game here nearing the end of the second quarter.
So it will be Tufts to start with the ball again. Breaks to inbound to Otley. As you can see, Claire Miller on the bench, still being treated with possible knee injury. Hopefully she'll be able to return for the Panthers. As here's DiCandido at the top of the key. DiCandido looking to get some space. Kicks it out. Point next to McCann for 3. Short on that one. So Tufts not able to continue their 3 streak there. So McDonald, Sullivan wanted it down low. Kuntz finds Sullivan. Double teamed. Good defending by the Jumbos. Wallman wants it, gets it back. Good passing, Sullivan will try one, and connects. Great play by the Panthers. They worked it, got a good look, and scored.
Yeah, I mean, they knew to take their time, lots of passes, and finally when you see the open shot, Sullivan takes her first 2 points of the night.
Point next to McCann for 3, Tres puntos! They backed off, and she made it.
Yep, give her the opportunity, she'll put those down. That's the second 3 now for the Jumbos tonight.
And she has really stepped up this season as one of their big contributors off the bench. A potential kick ball, nothing given. Otley, nice behind the back. And she'll settle things down as Tufts to increase their lead to a 2-possession game. DiCandido swings it. Breaks. Down low. Puts one up. And can't get her to go. Point next to McCann. The offensive rebound. Put way too much on it. Briggs. And it will stay with the Jumbos. Shot clock remains at 17 seconds. As Otley comes out of the game, Molly Ryan in for Tufts.
Yeah, good job by Poindexter McCann to come in. Notice that there was no one boxing out from the Panthers. Got the offensive rebound and keeps the possession alive.
Briggs can't get her to go. She had an open look. So here's McDonald. Waldman, McDonald. Sullivan wants it down low. Another turnover for the Panthers. DiCandido pushing. 2-on-1. DiCandido short. She'll get a second attempt and puts it in. And it's a 4-point game. Eric and DiCandido.
Yep, more points off turnovers. That's the 8th point off the turnover. And there's another turnover for the Jumbos. As great job from the last person from DiCandido. Last time she tried to pass it to Ryan, a little late, didn't quite work. This time takes it herself, great move, and finishes.
A little bit of a stat stuffer play there. Gets the rebound and gets the points.
Yep.
A good play for Erica DiCandido. As the Jumbos with the basketball. Knox has returned for the Panthers. They've been missing her offense in her absence. She's back in. Right next to McCann. DiCandido, she'll try a 3. And that one short again. It's just not really been going Tufts' way from beyond the arc. Nice play from Ullman. And the spin! Can't get her to go, but she will go to the line shooting 2. She has had a superb game thus far for the Panthers. So Wallman will go to the line. Can't get the first one to go. Wallman, who has 7 points on the evening thus far. And she misses the second one, but they get the rebound. So Middlebury will get another opportunity. Finds Knox. Pulls up. Connects. And you got to feel Tufts. Such an opportunity with 2 missed free throws, but then not able to get the rebound.
Yeah, the offensive rebound, huge there. Waldman, usually pretty good, 71% from the free throw line, but couldn't get those ones.
Briggs. 3 from point next to McCann is good. Tres puntos. Biggest lead of the game so far. And Poindexter McCann coming up with some big points off the bench.
Yep, that's her second 3 so far tonight. See if they can keep the high end
Good
going.
pass to McDonald, and she connects, responds with a 3 of her own. Middlebury staying in this game, and they're doing a great job of that.
It's the second time the response from the 3 with another 3. This time it's McDonald who keeps a 2-point game, as this will be the last possession of the half, as Audley will hold.
Sadie Otley taking her time. 10 on the clock. Screen by Briggs. Otley almost lost it, didn't. Briggs will try a deep 3. In and out, Ryan unable to collect, and there is the halftime buzzer. Tufts 31, Middlebury 29. It's been a scrappy affair. Basketball hasn't always been great, but it has been certainly entertaining in terms of how close it's been between the number 1 team in the nation and the team coming into it last in NESCAC. Daniel, great first half so far.
Oh yeah, very interesting game, a defensive battle, a total of 18 turnovers. So, I mean, you can put that up to good defense. You can say some of it was a little sloppy play, but really Middlebury has made their shots when they needed to. They're keeping it close. They led by 1 after the first quarter, and now just down by 2. Anything could happen in the second half.
Well, there you have it. Tufts 31, Middlebury 29. Halftime here. We'll be back shortly for the second half in this NESCAC matchup. And welcome back here on JumboCast Live in Cousins Gymnasium. Tufts 31, Middlebury 29 here to start the second half. I'm Lucas Powell, joined alongside me for the second half, Trevor Russo. Trevor, very interesting first half. You know, Tufts, number one team in the nation. We thought they'd impose themselves on this game, but Middlebury have kept it tight, kept it close. What are your thoughts here for the second half?
Well, one of the things that I wanted to bring up in the first half before had a couple of technical difficulties. We won't go into them too much here. But one of the difficulties, I guess you could say, that Tufts has had over the past couple of weeks is getting on hot starts and putting opponents away early. They have not been able to do that. If you look at the schedule, I can at least remember against Colby it was close. Trinity it was close at the half. Conn College it was close. Really, just most of the teams they've played, they have not gotten out to a very hot start in the first half. Now, it hasn't hurt them here, of course, undefeated in the nation this year. But right now, this is not Trinity you're playing. This is Middlebury, a 1-7 team, 12-10 on the year. They've lost 7 straight, including being 1-7 against divisional opponents. They have to start out very strong this half and make a statement, and that statement needs to be made by Emily Briggs tonight. She is 1 for 7 for shooting, hasn't done much. She's taken 3 3-point shots, hasn't made one, which at her position you don't want to be taking those shots. She's a player who thrives in the post and getting passes, around that baseline. So if the Jumbos want to put Middlebury away, which they should do very quickly, it's going to have to start with her getting down low a bit more.
And as you said, definitely Tufts in a couple of their games here, especially at home, have struggled in the first half but have come out strong in the second half. That game in particular, I remember the Trinity last weekend, halfway through the third quarter, and they were already up. As trying an early pass, that was a good idea from Sadie Otley. Just couldn't find Molly Ryan as Tufts going left to right on your screen, right to left.
Yeah, Sadie Otley, always one of the favorite players here on JumboCast, making a lot of smart plays. That one just a little too far. But I like the idea. I like the quick score. So not going to falter too much for that turnover.
Middlebury starting without Claire Miller. She looks as if she might not be able to continue. As Wallman putting one up. Can't get her to go. Molly Ryan corrals the rebound. And I believe a foul was called instead of a jump ball, so it will be Tufts basketball.
Yeah, Molly Ryan, you can see she rips the basketball away, and I think that's what prevented the jump ball. I was surprised they didn't call it earlier. It seemed like 2 players had their hands on there, but Tufts keeps possession here.
Otley bringing it forward. Here's Briggs. Harrington finds Briggs. Nice pump fake on the drive. Can't get her to go. Rebound by Wallman.
1 for 8 now for Briggs. She'll have these type of games, but NESCAC Player of the Week, I believe, 2 weeks ago, so never count her out.
Here's Knox. Nice pass finds McDonald. Swings it to Wallman. She'll try a 3. Well short. Rebound there by Knox, who lays it in, and it's a tied ball game at 31-31.
Yeah, Knox, of course, 6'0 versus the 5'8" Sadie Otley. That's going to be an easy offensive rebound for the score.
And then Briggs just losing concentration. It should be Tufts, and it is. Good call there by the official on this near side.
Actually, Lucas, how's the reffing been so far?
I think it seems to have been solid so far. No complaints. I think there have been a couple disgruntled Middlebury fans, but here's Otley on the drive and called for a foul.
Yeah, well, just talking about the officiating there, I'm not sure. It seemed like the Middlebury player had her feet down, and it seemed like Sadie Otley actually turned into the contact there. So, interesting call.
Ryan's inbound. She finds Harrington. Harrington, DeCandido. She's got Harrington with a little bit of room. Harrington will try a 3. Can't get her to go. Good boxing out there by UMac, and it's Middlebury basketball.
Yeah, I think they were trying to go for that Kaylin Harrington pop 3 off the inbound pass. You saw her decide not to take it, but takes it anyway. A bit of a strange form shooting the 3s. I don't think I remember her shooting it that way, but I could be wrong.
Here's UMac finding Kuntz. Knox wants it down low. She had a good first half. Started the second half strong. UMac finding Wallman. Nice spin. Good defense by Molly Ryan And Ryan pushes forward. They've got numbers. Otley wanted it on the right-hand side. She couldn't find her. Instead looks to Harrington. Harrington to Briggs. Briggs pulls up. And again off. Harrington with a rebound. DeCandido can't get her to go. Briggs gets it again.
I want them to reset here. They've got to slow it down. Haven't scored. It's been 2 minutes so far, and Briggs taking a strange shot. She's not shooting tonight.
And a blocking foul called there on Kuntz. So it will remain with the Jumbos. That's already their third foul of the quarter.
Of course, need 5 for the bonus.
Sophia Rosa checking in as well for the first time. Maggie Russell. Molly Ryan and Briggs coming out of the game. Both of them who have had solid seasons. Just struggled today as Russell getting her first touches and then called for a double dribble.
Yeah, the freshman coming in, committing a turnover. Not the greatest thing in the world, but, you know, Jumbos have had good freshman performances the past 3 years. So we'll see if she can develop into that fourth-year player.
Nice pass to Knox. Can't get her to go, and Sophia Rosa corrals the rebound. Otley pushing forward. Good pass to Russell. Russell finds DeCandido. Open look. Can't get her to go. Again, they're struggling on the offensive side of things. And Middlebury push forward.
That's going to make them 13 of 40 on the night. They've already taken 40 shots, and that's going to be an under 1/3% shooting percentage.
And the three from Kuntz. Middlebury starting superbly there. That's 5 straight points. And they're up 34-31.
And 3 minutes have gone by without the Jumbos scoring in this quarter.
Middlebury playing some of their best basketball this season in NESCAC. So here's Otley. She'll try a 3 to respond. Can't get her to go.
And I think Middlebury is just doing what has really been a weakness of this Jumbo team. Now they've been better at it in this year at least, but one of the big weaknesses of this Jumbos team is shooting. And they're just laying off them right now and making them take difficult shots and saying, hey, can you make it? I don't think you can. And right now they haven't been making their shots.
Harrington wasn't able to keep the ball there, and it will stay in the hands of the Panthers. Allman. Miller back in the game, and she turns it over. As we see a new Jumbos player again, Sevilla Rosa coming out and Ala Brandy coming in for the Jumbos.
Yeah, it looks like this is Ala Brandy's first action of the night, as that is going to be Betsy Knox coming off. She's been effective for him, leading scorer tonight.
Here's Russell. 4 minutes have gone by. Still no Jumbos points in this half. Space for Ala Brandy. She'll try and get them on the scoreboard. Can't. And then 2 players going for the same ball. Can't get it. Claire Miller brings it forward. Here's Waldman. Down low to Sullivan. And she gets it to go, and this is Middlebury's biggest lead of the night at 5, 36-31.
Jumbos have not scored again in this quarter. I mean, I keep pointing it out, but Harrington.
Short by Harrington, and the foul called on DeCandido.
And it looked like Harrington could have had the lane there, but she just decides to pull up with a floater. Doesn't get enough height on it. The Jumbos, it seems like, are not going to the rack. And I know it's easy to say, oh, just go to the basket and score the layup, but that's what the Jumbos are best at doing, and it looks like they're really having trouble doing that, and they're settling for tough shots that they're not making.
Wallman has a free lane and draws the foul. Right now, Tufts look half asleep.
Yeah, Waldman just had like a straight line to the basket. It was good that they actually fouled her there.
Wallman, who went to the free throw line in the second quarter, missed both attempts. Let's see with the first one here. Does not get the shooter's luck, and that's her third straight miss from the charity stripe. But so far, so good for Middlebury. They have been fantastic to start. As she, fourth time the charm for her, from the free throw line.
I just love watching her free throw. She takes a jump shot from the foul line. I've never seen that before.
Well, next to McCann. They need a big play here, the Jumbos. More than halfway gone in this third quarter. Travel called on Alibrandi. As Otley comes out, Molly Ryan in. And this is a big test right now here for the first-year coach, Jill Pace. She's yet to experience defeat at home against a team that they should be beating. How will she respond? As the Jumbos do get the ball back.
Yeah, I think this is a huge possession. Once again, they're going to the sub. Sophia Rosa actually almost tripping as she checks into the game. Alibrandi out after that travel. But they're trying these big lineups to get easy points, and it just hasn't happened yet.
Let's see if the ball will go to Sophia Rosa. First it swings a Poindexter McCann. She had 2 threes in the first half. Ryan will try a 3. Can't connect. DiCandido corrals, but then stripped away. And Middlebury once again showing that tenacious defense that has them in front so far. It's Miller. And then a kick ball there by DiCandido. Wallman. McDonald. Sullivan. On the drive. Good defense by Sophia Rosa. Poindexter McCann gets the rebound. Finds Molly Ryan. 6 minutes played, and Tufts have yet to score in this third quarter. They just need to find something. Harrington. She'll try a 3. Long on that one.
I mean, this is ugly. They're not even missing well right now. You're saying that this is a test for Jill Pace. She's got to scheme something up because the Jumbos cannot sink a shot to save their lives right now.
Wallman creates some room. Can't connect. Sophia Rosa, a bit slow to get to the ball there, but DiCandido now brings it forward. Will she drive? Gets it to the left hand and lays it in and one. That's a big play that Tufts needed. DiCandido looking for the 3-point the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, this would get it to a one-possession game here. DiCandido finally seeing a lapse in the defense. They were playing her soft right there. You don't play Erica DiCandido with slow feet. You got to get on her. This is the one player the Tufts can get going, and when they need to lean on her, they lean on DiCandido hard, and that's a big mistake by Middlebury right there.
DiCandido gets it to go with a little bit of a lucky roll, but a player who has got past the 1,000-point mark, getting her side back in this game. Good pass from Davis. They swing it. They have an open look to McDonald. They find Davis. Poindexter McCann. She thought that she got the ball. DiCandido not happy about the transition defense there. And Maya Davis will go to the line, shooting 2.
Yeah, you could see DiCandido screaming that there was a wide-open 3-point shooter just midpoint between the key and the baseline. She ended up having to cover that shooter, and that left number 22, Maya Davis, wide open for that bucket.
And she makes her first free throw.
Well, good foul, actually, by Poindexter McCann.
Molly Ryan in conversation with Jill Pace, trying to get some instructions as Middlebury regain their 5-point lead.
But this is something you don't see often. The Jumbos not focused on defense. Defense is how they play the game. That's where they make their money.
Nice pass down low to DiCandido, who lays it in. 3-point basketball game. It's one possession.
God, I am so surprised by the insurgence, I should say, of Poindexter McCann. She's really turned into a great contributor on this ball club.
Miller on the drive. She's looking to provide and gets it to go. Tough shot up against DiCandido, but she made it, returning from her injury in that first half, and it's 41-36.
Nothing you could say about that. That's just fantastic.
Molly Ryan. The game starting to spring to life a little bit. But next to McCann. Sophia Rosa. Otley gets it to her right hand. Nice pass. DiCandido should make it. Short. Again, just not putting enough on it. Ryan will try a 3. Tres puntos, Molly Ryan, and it's 41-39.
Finally, a three-pointer falls for the Jumbos. It feels like it's been forever, and that's because it's been 0:40. It's almost been 10 minutes, a full quarter, since they made a three-point shot.
Knox had a little bit of room, decided not to take the shot. She's double-teamed. And a timeout called. Good play by KJ Carrasco there to call the timeout when her player Knox was in trouble. But the game, first 5 minutes, it was just seemed very lethargic, very slow, and that suited Middlebury. Now the things have started to pick up. Middlebury still have that lead, but a great, tight basketball game here with 2 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, this is still really anyone's game now. Of course, my prediction would be that Tufts starts to go through DeCandido a little bit more. You saw when they give her the ball and give her space to run, that's where they find success. When you have DeCandido and she picks up steam, it's really hard to get your feet set to defend her. And, of course, Molly Ryan picking up her shooting. Molly Ryan, last year I remember when she first came to Tufts, was hitting insane percentages from three. Now, of course, she's slowed down, but Molly Ryan can shoot, and we've been able to see that. Just got to see if they can feed it to DeCandido again.
And there have been times in her early Tufts career that she has made big threes as an open look for three there. Can't get her to go. DeCandido.
Very lucky right there. Again, another lapse on a shooter outside the arc.
Tufts, as you said, a bit lucky. But at the moment, they'll take that if they can help them get into a good position. Ryan lays it in. A little bit unorthodox, but it's a tie ball game here in the final 90 seconds of the third quarter. Down to Davis. Nice defense by Molly Ryan. McDonald can't corral. DeCandido fouled by Kuntz. I believe that was probably a good foul there because DeCandido was going away.
It was a good foul. Now, I don't know in the NBA whether they have that clear path foul, but I think DeCandido coming up, that probably could have been two. I think that was Poindexter McCann streaking down the left side. But yeah, now Tufts actually in the bonus. This is really big for them because they can get easy shots like this.
DeCandido makes the first one, and they regain their lead. They started the second half up by 2. And with 1:16 to go, they return to going up by 2 as DeCandido comes out of the game. Her points in this third quarter have been big in getting them back to where they want to be. Briggs returning.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how they, deploy Briggs in the offense. She's not as much of a driver as DeCandido is.
Miller. McDonald. Down low to Sullivan. Up against Sophia Rosa. She spins. She puts it up. Just short. Molly Ryan corrals the rebound and settles things down for the Jumbos as they look to extend their lead.
Sophia Rosa has just, you've seen her on that plays where she's so good on that driving defense.
It was a short three-point attempt. Poindexter McCann all alone for three. Tres puntos, Poindexter McCann. And it's a 5-point lead for the Jumbos.
Yeah, that was quick. How many points have they scored in the past 2 minutes? Seems like all we've been talking about is the amount of minutes they haven't scored in.
It took them till about 4 minutes to go in the quarter to score, I believe, as Sullivan has an open look. Can't connect. Rebounded by Waldman, and she's fouled, and she'll go to the free throw line again. There's Sophia Rosa, slow to box out.
Yeah, I thought actually Waldman had stepped out. It seemed like she made contact with the line. I guess they didn't see it that way. Our referees are looking for the word there. That's what they were called.
Again, the free throw struggles for Kira Waldman. Apart from her free throw struggles, she has been a solid part of this Middlebury team so far this game. And she makes that one. So it's a 4-point game with 13 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, Waldman 2 for 5 today. 71% shooter on the year. So bit of struggle for her.
Otley finds Poindexter McCann. Down low to Rosa. Gets it to go and one. Big time play. Molly Ryan happy about that one. 48-42 with 2 seconds to go.
God, I just love that shot. The turnaround jumper. You see they haven't been making those all day, but Sophia Rosa, I think she just has that elevation point that's been allowing her to sink it through.
Sophia Rosa looking to make it a three-point play, which she can't. Rebounded by Waldman. Will she huck one up? Didn't get it off in time. And that ends the third quarter. Well, what a third quarter it was. It took Tufts quite a long time to get started. Middlebury were up by 5 at one point, but Tufts up 48-42 going into the final 10 minutes.
I am so confused to what just happened right there. The Jumbos didn't score for 7 minutes, and then all of a sudden they erupt for 17 points in 3.5 minutes?
It's incredible.
That's crazy. They were basically being blanked. Here, we're gonna try to track this a little bit. Yeah, so essentially it was 37-31 until Erica DiCandido made a layup, 3:25 left to go. Then Erica DiCandido made a free throw. Then the Jumbos got a layup from DiCandido, and then a three-point jump shot from Molly Ryan, a layup by Molly Ryan, free throws by DiCandido, three-point jump shot, and then a layup. That is, I don't know if my math is right there, but I think that's 7 made field goals in 3.5 minutes for the Jumbos. Just doing what they were able to do. When they started to drive DiCandido, it started freeing up Jumbo shooters, and I think actually Kaylin Harrington's out here now. I think having her off and getting her some time on the bench was good because you could get a shooter like Molly Ryan out there on the court, and then when she started making her shots, things happen.
And that's another turnover for the Panthers to start the fourth quarter. Not a great start for them. They've been playing so well, and then to lose that lead on the back of, I believe, a 9-1 run as well, helping Tufts get to this 6-point lead as Ryan bringing the ball up the court. She had a good third quarter, and she drives open lane, but almost looked like Sullivan had recovered, but it was a foul, and she'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, it looks like Michaela Sullivan kind of just didn't see Molly Ryan drive around her opponent. Of course, Molly Ryan beating her defender off the edge there.
Ryan makes her first free throw. It's the biggest lead of the night for the Jumbos.
Yeah, that's the thing about playing these number 1 seeded Tufts Jumbos is you need to be able to just process where they're going for 40 minutes. And that's what you see. You'll see teams start to, they'll defend the paint aggressively to start, and then they'll start getting a little, out of touch, and they'll start closing out, and they'll be super aggressive on defense, and then Tufts just runs away with the game. We've seen it week in and week out with this team. They start off slow, and then they just explode.
And here they are in transition. Molly Ryan scores again. That was her on the defense and her on the offense. Double-digit lead for the first time in the game, and an early timeout called by the Panthers. And at the moment now, Tufts should go on and take control and win this game.
Lucas, they were down by 6 just 4 minutes ago, and they're up by 10. Incredible. I mean, you saw it there, just as I was talking about how teams will start to, have these mental lapses against the Jumbos where they won't defend the paint. You see a transition bucket, one of the easiest in the world. Someone gets off of Molly Ryan and then overcommits, and then the jump shot. It's just, you have to be so good at thinking about where they're going to drive and just let the Jumbos shoot. On an off night like this is an off night shooting for the Jumbos, and they're still up by 10 because they can make these crucial shots. This is the team that I think can go far this year in the NESCACs and the NCAAs. Champions last year, but I think there's something different about this Jumbos team in that the shooting component is there.
Yeah, and when you're the best team in the nation, you can have sort of your rough moments, your tough moments, but when you're playing against the best team in the nation, you have to be on it 100% of the way through. Middlebury were on it all the way up until 3 minutes ago in the third quarter and have slightly taken their foot off the gas, and they've been made to pay so far. Can they respond with a McDonald 3? No, they can't. Briggs gets a rebound. And she runs in transition. Finds points extra McCann.
Look at all this space they're giving her. And then they still get it to DeCandido, and she still gets the shot off. I mean, I think the defender on Harrington was at the foul line. They want to let these jumbo shooters shoot, and then they still allow the pass into the paint to DeCandido.
Harrington with it. And you can see all the players on the bench as Harrington puts up a three. Can't get it to go. It's not been her night, but other players have stepped up in her absence. McDonald nearly lost it, but contains. Waldman, she'll try a three. Can't connect. And then it will stay with the Panthers. Kaylin Harrington there with the back foul.
Yeah, once again, tough night from Harrington. You can kind of see the Panther plan in action here is to let Kaylin Harrington shoot the three and cover the paint.
Here's Knox. She had a good first half, hasn't really done much in the second half. Ryan strips it. Great defensive play from Molly Ryan. And then she just decides to settle things down as they look to extend this 10-point lead. DeCandido, Harrington, Briggs, Ryan cutting, Briggs. Good defense by Claire Miller as Briggs was sort of forcing that shot.
Again, look at the space that number 30 Waldman is giving to Kaylin Harrington. Just watch it on this next possession. You'll see it's honestly probably interesting me a little too much, but look at that. She's all the way in the paint right now, and this is a person who's good at shooting.
Briggs, nice move, and lays it in. And Tufts go up by 12. Waldman. McDonald. Waldman, she's got some room. Can't lay it in, and then Molly Ryan, once again on the defensive end, has been superb. Gets another defensive rebound and brings it forward. Finds Briggs. Briggs going to work. Finds point next to McCann. Needed to pass it there to Harrington, but she does draw the foul.
Okay, I have to get on another topic soon, but this is even more absurd. Not only was there someone giving space, there was literally no one guarding Kaylin Harrington within the next 3 yards. They are making it really obvious as to what their game plan is right now. And actually, I think it might be working a bit to their detriment because if you have her kind of in the back of your mind, I think they're a little flat-footed right now. They're like, oh, I need to guard the paint. And DeCandido and Briggs are mobile post shooters.
DeCandido can't get that one to go. Rebounded by Miller. Well, we saw Tufts go on an incredible run at the end of the third quarter, so this game is certainly not over. But Middlebury need to get some offense started very soon. Right now, they haven't scored yet in this fourth quarter. Davis down low. And she's called for a travel. Another turnover for the Panthers.
Yeah, of course, Molly Ryan and former captain and point, not cap. Actually, I think she was. I can't remember whether she was the captain. I'm not going to say anything here. But Molly Ryan and her former cousin, Jack Knapp, there was one thing that they always had in common. It is active hands. You can see Molly Ryan pressing on every opportunity, and it leads to so many turnovers.
And I think that's that sort of tenacious play that also gets the home fans excited and riled up as McDonald tries a three, can't get her to go. And Middlebury struggling offensively as Harrington pushes forward. Sophia Rosa, DeCandido, room to drive into. Almost got to Ryan. It will fall to Molly Ryan. Ryan, nice attempt. Rosa will corral, and they'll get another offensive try. Ryan has some space to shoot the three. Tres puntos, Molly Ryan. She has exploded in this second half. And it's 57-42.
Bad decision by Kuntz right there. Now, you're giving space to Harrington, but you can't give it to Molly Ryan. She's hot right now, and she is the three-point engine of this offense. You've seen her make a bunch in your face, and you don't close out.
Davis there scoring for the Panthers. There's as the attempt from Otley can't get her to go, and then a foul called on Molly Ryan. So the Panthers finally on the scoreboard in this fourth quarter.
And again, look, oddly, no one closed out on her. They're just like, okay, Jumbos, you can score from three. And anyone but Molly Ryan, that's been okay. With Molly Ryan, she just makes the threes right now.
And I think it's an interesting tactic because especially they knew that the big scorers were DeCandido and Briggs. So they were just coming into this game, it almost seems as if they were saying, we're going to just protect the paint and we'll give you the three. Mm-hmm. And at first it was working, especially in the first half, but in the second half, Tufts have found their rhythm from beyond the arc as here's Waldman. Nice spin, but can't get the finish to go. Davis gets the rebound, and she will go to the charity stripe.
Yeah, Jumbo's up by 13. One thing that I'm thinking about right now is, if you think about it, if you look at the Jumbos on paper, how do you defend them? You crowd the paint, and you let their shooters shoot. But this is a team that year in and year out has had the same exact defensive strategy applied against them. And now you have teams like Amherst and Bowdoin, especially Amherst, their defense is ridiculous, who can make that work because they have quick closeouts. But when you have a single-minded defensive philosophy against a team that is prepared for it over years, even with a new head coach, you're seeing its flaws tonight.
2 free throws made there by Maya Davis, so it's 57-46. DeCandido gets the point next to McCann. Otley thought about the three, instead goes for 2. Can't get her to go. DeCandido, and then a combination of DeCandido and Ryan. Otley, a little hesitant to shoot, instead looks to drive and gets herself to the free throw line.
Now beating Waldman, who is, as you've said, is a great defensive player in her own right, but tricky footwork is something that the Jumbos are good at. You know, you'll watch an Erica DeCandido Euro step, and you'll know that's something that they clearly practice every day is footwork. You'll like Briggs on that 2-point shot on the baseline, she swirls around and she's able to get those points. Oh God, I hate when it gets so quiet and I'm still talking during a foul shot.
Otley making the first one.
I feel like I'm speaking in court or something. I don't know.
Otley makes the second one as well. The Vermonters scoring against the team from Vermont, as Corniker, with her first action of the game, is a pass that's once again deflected by Molly Ryan.
So, actually, speaking of Vermont and Middlebury, as a dirty Middlebury fan and a faculty brat yourself, can probably report on the men's game right now.
Yeah, Middlebury, the men's fixture of this game happening in Pepin Gymnasium in Middlebury, Vermont right now. Middlebury up 78-62. So that, for me personally, is a nice result to see. But here on the free throw line, making her first one, Claire Miller. Yeah,
men Jumbos undefeated in conference this year. Looks like that is going to be snapped by a team that is 19-3 Middlebury, but all 3 of those losses have come, against divisional opponents. So that's why you see the disparity there. Tufts will still end up as the number 1 seed in the NESCAC, though. As both teams will.
Both teams will.
Yeah.
As here's DeCandido finding Ryan, but she was fouled. DeCandido was fouled by Kuntz. 11-point game here with 4:50 to go, as looks as if Sullivan will check in at the moment for Maya Davis. DeCandido going to the line, shooting 2. This is, I believe, her 3rd trip to the line.
I'd say that's accurate. She's had a couple of and ones, so seems like she's been there a lot more than she's actually shot.
Makes the first free throw. And gets the second one as well, Erica DeCandido. That puts her up to 17 points. Maybe not as many as she had against Connecticut College, but still another strong outing for the senior forward.
How many did she have against Connecticut College, Lucas?
I believe she had 27. It was one of her best performances in a Tufts jersey.
Something else I've been noticing is while Middlebury has tried the let shooters shoot approach, the Jumbos have done the same as Kuntz makes that 3.
Yeah,
You'll see they'll double team. They'll have one of their big players in the post, and then they'll send a guard over there to double team. And that's been working for the most part. Middlebury, we've been talking about how Tufts hasn't been scoring. Middlebury has had a drought as they'd have to settle for these jump shots, and whenever they have to drive, it's hard for them to get the ball off, too.
And that
everything is a foul or like a contested jump shot, too.
That three just keeping Middlebury in it for now, but they are on life support at the moment. 10-point game with 4:28 to go. Tufts, of course, will be playing here tomorrow. That will be broadcasted on JumboCast as well. They are playing against their state rival, the Williams Eves. So here's Molly Ryan, taking it with her left hand and lays it in, but the foul was before the shot. She will still go to the free throw line as they are on the bonus.
Yeah, Molly Ryan just absolutely flooring Kornacker off the dribble. No chance.
And Ryan, who had 0 points in the first half, now up to 15 here in the second. She has stepped it up big time.
Yeah, last year it was always Jack Knapp and Erica DiCandido, and now it's Erica DiCandido and her cousin, Molly Ryan. Interesting how things work out, both from Westfield, New Jersey. Wonderful state.
There's a three attempt. Well off on that one from Claire Miller. As here goes Sadie Otley. Nice pass to Ryan. Ryan finds DiCandido. Point next to McCann.
At this point, I like what they're doing now. Getting it to Sadie Otley means they're trying to control the ball.
Oof. DiCandido clattered there, but I believe she will be fine in the end.
Yeah, you'll notice when they get the ball to Sadie Otley, it's sort of like a let's slow things down. You know, as Sadie Otley, I think, is one of the best decision makers on this Jumbo team. And DiCandido, the foul line again.
But yeah, it's definitely agree. Whenever the ball's in Otley's hands, very good passer. And that's what she brings to this offense. Not many points, but it's all about setting the tempo for the Tufts offense and letting the likes of DiCandido, Ryan, Briggs score the points. It's DiCandido making the second one as they're up by 12.
Yeah, I think we stopped getting updates from the we stopped getting updates from the server a long time ago, so can't really get you this updated free throw information. But we're going to speculate she's been shooting a lot of free throws.
As Middlebury go to the free throw line here with Coons.
Yeah. I was going to say what her free throw percentages on the day are. We don't have those.
Well, let's just say she has been shooting pretty well as that one rolls around. Second attempt for Kuntz, and she gets it to go. So it remains, at 11-point game with 3:36 to go.
Banner day for her. She has 2.5-point average scoring on the season. At least had 8 at the time of us getting information.
Rosa gets it to go. Sophia Rosa, nice pass from Molly Ryan. 65-52.
Yeah, easy mismatch there. You have to have a 5 on Rosa.
Horniker trying a three of her own, can't get it to go. It was early in the shot clock, but they've got to look to try and push the offense. Middlebury with such few minutes on the clock. As here's Otley, she'll try a deep three. And connects Sadie Otley, Trace Puntos, 68-52. Timeout call by Middlebury, and that should be that.
Yeah, as we said, getting the ball to Sadie Otley, it's sort of like a reset. You get your full menu back. Do you want to drive? Do you want to pass it around? And Otley's like, screw it. I'm taking a 3.
And she's had a good scoring night for herself. She's up to 9. You look at the scoring charts up there. Molly Ryan with 13. DiCandido leading all scores with 18. And for Middlebury, they had the likes of Betsy Knox scoring really well in the first half. Second half, she really hasn't done much.
Oh, hey, the numbers are back. We're back, Lucas.
Well, what are those numbers on the free throws for DiCandido?
The numbers on free throws for DiCandido, 6 of 7. Kind of what I was thinking about.
She has certainly been solid.
Yeah.
And it's hard to believe that with 4 minutes to go in that third quarter, Tufts was down by 6. They're now up by 16. But that's what you get when you have the #1 team in the nation here playing at Cousins Gymnasium. Otley, lovely behind the back skill move.
Yeah, I mean, but you had to feel it was coming, right? The Jumbos were going to figure something out and start to get points. Just look at Poindexter McCann on that rebound. She squirreled around 3 or 4 players to get that. Well, the game's already over, but that's the kind of intensity you saw the Jumbos get once DeCandido got that shot. And I said, I'm going to try to be quiet after this. But
DeCandido can't get her to go, but the foul called.
But DeCandido getting that layup where she got the ball around the top of the key and sprinted forwards and was fouled, that was the catalyst. Once you start getting DeCandido involved in a game, you're pretty sure you're going to start getting points.
And it almost seems as if Tufts have just had more energy in the tank as well in these later parts of the game, and Middlebury have just sort of used up so much in that first half and to start the third quarter. That has left them a little bit wanting to close out the game as DeCandido makes that first free throw. She's now 7 of 8 on the night, looking for 20 points, and she'll get it. And with that, that'll probably be her last action. Erica DeCandido, well, she started the evening being honored for getting past the 1,000 points mark, and it looks as if she'll finish the evening with another strong 20-point performance.
Yeah, Erica DeCandido, I'm excited to see her in the playoffs this year.
And we
just
really
so much playoff experience on this Jumbo team, if you think about it.
And we really have to cherish every moment we get to watch her, as this is her last season. As Otley, lovely pass, Ryan just able to keep it in. Nice pass in Alibrandi, who gets it to go. Angela Alibrandi had a bit of struggles when she first came on in the third quarter. Nice moment for her here in the fourth.
Look at this marksmanship by Ryan, up 18 points. The Jumbos are still trying to score, and that's that championship mentality you see on this team. They don't want to stop. They're never giving up.
And you can see that defense there by Ryan, and then players on the bench getting excited. This has been a real testament of their character and their mentality. They're ready for playoff season as Ryan, and then Alibrandi, 74-52.
Yeah, this might be actually pretty ugly garbage time. Surprised a lot of the starters are still out there at this point, but probably they think, there's a minute left. If I sub someone in, it's not really that big of a deal anyways. Might as well get some run for Lily Paro on this senior weekend here. Hasn't played that much. I've been surprised. She actually had a good stint as sort of a sub off the bench last season. Someone who could shoot threes. Not the case this season, but of course, valuable member.
One of the captains as well is UMac missing both of her free throws. Otley, Tufts want to score more. Lily Paro, her first attempt, and can't get her to go. As we see new player in, Knox coming off, and into the game for the Panthers is Vanessa Young.
I'm not trying to speculate or anything, but how much of this, I think a bit of this is kind of emotional for the Jumbos. You see them, usually you'll see them put in subs and let people get some runs, slow it down a little bit, but they're going full intensity. Now you'll see the Jumbos start to slow it down, but I think part of it was seeing this 1-7 in-conference team, a team that hasn't played that well, play you hard without even really playing that well. And I think part of this is a pride thing.
Tres puntos, Lily Paro. Second attempt is good. 77-52. Well,
Molly Ryan still playing like it's a tight game right now.
Here goes Claire Miller, and she's fouled. She'll go to the free throw line. Big moment there for Paro. She's come on the final minute here at senior weekend, the first game of 2 of senior weekend, and she makes a 3. Miller makes the first. And makes the second as Otley will run out the time. Well, what a game that was here. a Valentine's Day classic, and we certainly got it. Tufts 77, Middlebury 54. Trevor, pretty incredible game.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, we had Daniel did a fantastic job in that first half. Thank you, Daniel. But, honestly, you didn't even need to really see the first half. The second half told the story. It was the Jumbos starting to, struggle to get off to a quick start, not really being that focused on defense. But, of course, once their leader, Erica DiCandido, started to get involved and started to drive and play physical basketball, that just energized the whole run. And Molly Ryan there with some clutch three-point baskets to get the Jumbos their win. And, of course, stay undefeated, which is important because we want that.
And they've got just one more game to complete that undefeated season. That is tomorrow against Williams. Thank you for joining us here. I'm Lucas Pyle, joined alongside Trevor Russo and Daniel Mahoney, of course, in that first half. Tufts 77, Middlebury 54. Thanks for tuning in, and please tune in tomorrow for Tufts' final home game of the season against Williams.